All right, let's talk about one of the most powerful, but honestly pretty misunderstood tools for your financial future, the Roth IRA. If you want to know how to build up a retirement nest egg that you could potentially access completely tax-free, well, you are in exactly the right place.
I mean, that's a pretty bold claim to start with, right? Not just a good account, but one of the absolute best. So what's the big deal? What makes this thing so special? Well, it all boils down to this one incredible number: 0. That's the potential tax rate you'll pay on your money when you take it out in retirement. Just think about that. Decades of your money growing and compounding, and then when you finally need it, you could owe absolutely nothing in taxes. That's the superpower of the Roth IRA. So here's what we're going to cover to get to the bottom of this. We'll ask, is 100% tax-free retirement even possible? What is a Roth IRA really? We'll hit the 3 big advantages, and then of course we'll talk about the catch. We'll also put it head-to-head with the 401k, and most importantly, leave you with a super simple first step you can take.
Okay, let's start at square one. What even is this thing?
So at its heart, a Roth IRA is your own personal retirement account. And the key phrase here is on your own. See, your 401k is tied to your job. This is all you. You open it, you control it, you put money in, you invest that money, and you let it grow.
And you might think this sounds complicated, but getting started is actually surprisingly simple. You just go online to a place like Fidelity or Vanguard, open the account, link your bank account to transfer some money over, and then pick your investments. And honestly, starting with simple stuff like index funds is a fantastic way to go. It's built to be easy.
And this is a big one, so let's clear it up right now. You do not have to choose. You can absolutely have your 401k at work and have your own Roth IRA on the side. In fact, for a lot of people, that's the ideal setup. They're meant to work together.
Okay, we know the big headline is the whole tax-free thing, but believe it or not, that's not the whole story. There are other really powerful benefits that make the Roth IRA so dang attractive.
So beyond taxes, you've got 3 other huge perks. First up, fees are usually super low. And that's a big deal, because the less you pay in fees, the more of your money stays in your account working for you. Second, you get way more investment options. Your 401k probably gives you a short menu of choices, right? With a Roth IRA, the entire restaurant is open. You can invest in almost anything. And third, and this one is huge, no RMDs, or required minimum distributions. That just means the government can never force you to take money out. You can let it grow, untouched, for as long as you want, even passing it on to your kids completely tax-free.
All right, this all sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it? Tax-free growth, tons of options, no forced withdrawals. There's got to be a catch, right? Well, yeah, let's get into the trade-offs.
And this is it. This is the fundamental choice. With a traditional 401k, you get your tax break right now. The money you put in lowers your taxable income for the year. But with a Roth IRA, you get no tax break today. You contribute with money you've already paid taxes on. So why do it? Because you're basically prepaying your taxes, so you owe 0 on all that growth down the road.
Let's make this real. Imagine you put 10 grand into a 401k and 10 grand into a Roth. And let's say they both grow into $100,000 over the next few decades. Awesome! But when you go to take that money out, with the 401k, that entire $100,000 is going to be taxed as income. And the Roth, you take out that same 100 grand and you owe, 0. It's a massive difference in how much cash you actually get to keep.
Okay, so that's catch number 1, paying the tax man now instead of later. But there's a second big one you've got to know about.
That's right, this account is so good, the IRS literally limits who can use it. If you earn too much money, you can't contribute directly. For 2024, if you're single and make more than $161,000, you're out. If you're married filing jointly, that number is $240,000. Now, quick note, there is a well-known workaround for high earners called the backdoor Roth IRA, but for just putting money in directly, you have to be under these income limits.
So all of this naturally leads to the million-dollar question, right? If you've got some money to save, but maybe not enough to max out both a 401k and a Roth IRA, where should you put your money first? Which one do you prioritize?
It's a tough choice. Where does that next retirement dollar make the biggest impact?
Thankfully, for most people, the answer is actually really simple. There's a clear action plan to follow.
It all comes down to 4 magic words: employer 401k match. If your company offers to match what you put in your 401k, that is always your number 1 priority. It's an instant, guaranteed return on your money. It's literally free money.
So here's your playbook. Step 1,
find out if your job offers a 401k match. Step 2, contribute just enough to your 401k to get every single penny of that free match. Do not leave this on the table. And then step 3, once you've secured the match, any additional money you have for retirement savings should go straight into your Roth IRA. That's the plan.
So in the end, it really all comes back to this one powerful question you have to ask yourself. When you really think about the potential for decades of growth that you'll never ever have to pay taxes on, is paying a little bit of tax today worth having a completely tax-free future tomorrow?